Selamünaleyküm. Salatu vesselamu ala Resulü Muhammedin seyyidil evvelin ve ahirin mededen Resulullah saadat ashabı Resulullah ve şaifine yastura maşallah hazan saçı Muhammed'in mededen tarikatına as-sahaba vel hayr fil cemiyye. Peygamber Efendimiz sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor, her şey Allah Azze ve Celle'nin yedi kudretindedir.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that everything is within the divine hand of power of Allah Almighty.
Kalpleri istediği gibi değiştirir, çevirir.
It is Him, Allah Almighty, who may change people's hearts as He desires.
İyi eder inşallah.
May Allah Almighty change people's hearts to the good, inshallah.
O insanların kalpleri dünyaya dalmış.
People's hearts are immersed in this world.
Bütün iyilikleri unutmuş.
People have forgotten about all kinds of goodness.
Sırf dünya için yaşıyorlar.
And all people live for is this world.
Kalpleri öyledir şimdi.
This is the state of people's hearts today.
Daha sonra Allah isterse her şey Allah'ın istediği gibi olur.
But if Allah Almighty desires, and we must know that everything happens as Allah Almighty wills.
Yani şimdi bu zamanın şeyi böyledir. İstediği vakit değiştirir.
Things may be like this today, but if He desires, He Almighty Allah may change everything.
Çünkü her tarafta küfür, inançsızlık, imansızlık
Now there's disbelief everywhere.
var ama Allah Azze ve Celle'nin iradesi karşısında hiçbir şey durmaz.
But nothing and no one can stand against the divine will of Allah Almighty.
Şeytanın keydi, mekri, hilesi sökmez.
Shaitan's plans and deceits and trips and tracks have no effect in the face of Allah Almighty's divine will.
Allah Azze ve Celle onlara hidayet verdi mi bir kimse mani olamaz.
If Allah Almighty gives guidance to the right way, then no one can prevent that person from that guidance.
Onun için insanlara ümitsizlik olmasın Müslümanda.
Therefore, Muslims should not be hopeless.
Her şey Allah Azze ve Celle'nin elindedir.
Everything is within the hand of Allah Almighty.
Her şeyin bir vakti var,
There's a time for everything.
zamanı var. Vakti geçtiği vakit Allah Azze ve Celle istediğini yapar her zaman.
There is a designated time for everything, and Allah Almighty may do any time as He likes and as He desires.
Her vaktin bir hikmeti var, bir şey var.
And for every designated period of time, there is a wisdom and a reason why things happen the way they happen by the will of Allah Almighty.
Ona göre insan Allah'a itaat etmesi lazım.
Therefore, it is important for us to always obey Allah Almighty
Allah'a yalvarması lazım ki
and to pray to Allah Almighty in supplication.
Yandakiler, çoluk çocuk, ailesidir, akrabası, vatandaşı olduğu yerlere Allah hidayet versin diye.
And we must pray to Allah Almighty in supplication and ask and beseech Allah Almighty to give and grant guidance to one's family, to one's neighbors, to one's relatives, to one's people that are related, to the inhabitants of one's country, to all people around, so that Allah Almighty and ask Allah Almighty to give them guidance.
Allah her şeyin sahibi Allah Azze ve Celle'dir.
He Almighty Allah is the owner of everything and everyone.
Allah'la beraber olan kurtulur.
And those who are with Allah Almighty will be saved.
Allah Azze ve Celle karşısında giden helak olur.
Those who are against Allah Almighty, however, will be destroyed.
Allah muhafaza etsin.
May Allah Almighty protect us.
Allah'la beraber olalım inşallah.
May we be with Allah Almighty, inshallah.
Kalplerine iman yerleştirsin bu cuma hürmetine.
And for the honor of this Jummah, may Allah Almighty change the disbelief within people's hearts to faith and belief.
Bu insanların, bu kötü yolda olanların,
May Allah Almighty change the hearts for the honor of this Jummah of those people who follow bad ways to follow the right way.
Allah'a hidayet versin.
May Allah Almighty grant them guidance.
Bizim kalbimizi de sabit kadem kılsın.
And may Allah Almighty make our hearts to be steadfast in following His way.
İman üzerine olalım inşallah.
And may we continuously and always be following the path of faith.
İnşallah. Ve minallah tevfik. El Fatiha.